Fantastic Four trailer has finally dropped. First steps.
I think they're doing a great job with the whole background scenes and everything else. They really captured like a time period, it seems. I think they've done that really well.
Yeah.
In costume and everything. Mannerisms.
I also thought like a lot of the shots looked really stylized.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's one that sticks out in my mind, or a couple actually, like the one where Ben Grimm is looking at the TV and he sees himself, prior to becoming the Thing, and then that little transition shot where it turns off.
Yeah.
And you see what he's become. Johnny Storm flaming on and flying. Just like there's like dirt and muck on the camera from his flames. I thought that was cool.
Yeah. I don't necessarily like, from just a logical standpoint, that like he can go that far out to space. I don't know why he stops, because if he doesn't have enough air to like fuel the fire, if that's the reason, then he can't breathe. So it just confuses me.
I wonder what that's about.
Yeah.
Did he just stop to marvel, or did he stop because he flamed out?
Well, it seems like he flamed out, like
it's
the
flaming
oxygen cut
I
off.
think once there's no oxygen, he can't be on fire. But
And seemingly that's more of like, I'm pretty sure the shot right before that is like when he flames off from the balcony. So people are saying that might be him going to see what Galactus is. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
I almost thought it was more of like an introspective thing, like just the whole change in their lives. Like these big celebrities now, maybe he just needs to get away.
That's one of the ideas I had in my head, that the trailer does give us this whole, we're a big family, this is beautiful retro vibe, happy family.
Yeah.
What I think the movie is going to be about is, holy shit, they got so much popularity around them, and then just dealing with the fact that they just got their powers. Even in the trailer, you see Mr. Fantastic and Miss Fantastic talking. He's like, before you became invisible.
Yeah.
And I can kind of sense that there's going to be a lot of like, they're still getting used to dealing with the fact that they have powers and they're this popular.
So
we
maybe
really
just
haven't seen him stretch, though.
That's
Yeah,
the
you
one thing we
pointed
haven't
that out,
seen.
that
You're
the
right.
one thing we
he
haven't.
was the only one we have not seen do
Yeah.
anything
Yeah.
yet. You know,
I'm
which
curious how
is
that's
odd
going
to
be.
me.
I dig the retro-futuristic part of it. I think
love
that's
I
very
really do
cool.
love it.
I think the car looks fantastic.
Yeah. Well, the car, the
sick.
car really
No pun
awesome.
intended.
But I'm digging the fact that we actually get a Galactus and not some big ass cloud somewhere. You know?
Yeah, well, you've got to be excited for this.
I love it.
Yeah.
The only thing is, I'm not thrilled with Thing's voice.
Yeah.
I think it should have been a little
Gravelly?
a little lower,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
a little
Yeah.
more gravelly.
It is a little off-putting that it just is Ebon Moss-Bachrach's regular voice.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. It
Yeah.
is a
Yeah,
little
I might get
jarring,
used
though.
to it, but
It just needs a little zip.
I think
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the point, though, because like his whole thing
Yeah.
is that he has like a like he's a human inside of a rock body.
Yeah.
And I think the casting choice, Ebon Moss-Bachrach is such a charismatic actor
Right.
for me,
Right.
where that little bit of off-puttingness can be smoothed over just in a performance.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I got to
Yeah.
wait for a little bit more
Yeah.
to actually make my
For what
final
I've seen,
decision.
I think he's nailing it.
Yeah.
I think that all the choices, I was a little, when you first heard who was playing them, but after seeing them in the trailer, I think that they nailed these people. I think they got the right choice of people.
Yeah, it's
here.
weird that like somehow the safest 4 picks end
Yeah.
up being probably the most interesting too.
Yeah.
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 My other off-putting is the little robot,
Herbie.
because it brings me back to their cartoon series when they replaced, when they were using him. I forgot which one of them they actually replaced.
It was Human Torch.
They replaced the torch with him.
Supposedly because they didn't. I'm pretty sure it's a myth, but like
They don't want
supposedly
kids to light
yeah,
themselves on fire.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
probably
Holy
a myth.
crap.
Yeah, you might. I'm sure that's probably somewhere
Yeah.
some truth in that, but
Yeah.
that was like the worst period of Fantastic Four for me. So like when I see him show up in the trailer, I'm like,
Yeah. I don't have that history lens, I guess I could look
Yeah,
through it with.
yeah.
So to me, he kind of just feels like a fun little add-on.
right.
So hopefully,
Did you notice people were speculating that like there's some weird like ways that Sue Storm moves around, and people are speculating that she's pregnant and like they did CGI to make her belly look flatter.
I have seen rumors that like, I think Franklin Richards at least.
I mean, the
is-
name of the movie is First Steps.
Yeah.
So.
It has this very family-oriented vibe to it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Franklin is the guy that is able to stop Galactus. So
Yeah, but there's no way a baby's going to be able to fucking stop Galactus.
true. But he is, the most powerful being in the multiverse, I think.
That's true.
I'm still gonna hold out and see what kind of story they have. I mean, because the story's been used and redone a million
So
times.
many,
And one thing that I'm still up in the air about is we got that little flash of John Malkovich.
Yeah. People don't know if that's Mole Man or like I've even seen like
There's some like Russian villain.
Yeah. It's like a assistant to Doom,
Right.
a friend of his father or some shit.
Yeah.
So
Natasha Lyonne is also in the movie.
yeah, I don't even know what she's gonna be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for this one though.
I am
This,
excited
here.
for it.
Yeah.
It just looks good.
Visually, it jumps out at you.
Yeah.
Visually,
It's
it's
stunning.
very interesting. Yeah. Visually, it got my attention.
Yeah.
Did you like how the thing looked?
Oh, for me, that was perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The look
for
is so
CGI,
good.
He
yeah,
looks
that
good.
was
Originally, I was like, wait, why is he fucking the shortest one on the team? But then, like, I noticed that.
kind of.
Yeah.
We looked it up after we had that little discussion, and
Yeah, I think the thing is like
6
foot,
feet,
yeah.
500 pounds.
Yeah.
But he's still growing. So at some point, I guess in the comics, he actually like his last step it was about 7 foot and about 1,200 pounds.
Wow.
So he's still, I guess, whatever his rocks are
Just
still
mutating.
mutating. Yeah. But yeah, my thing actually was like from my comic books way back when. He wasn't an extremely huge guy. So he
Yeah.
was about 6 foot, 500 pounds. But like, yeah, that perspective kind of made him look like the short guy in the group.
Well, I even know that there's like comics where he goes into the radiation again, or something happens where it makes him like spiky rocks.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. That's there's all kinds of versions of him.
Mm-hmm.
There was one with where he went back to just being Ben Grimm again, and Reed Richards made him a suit that looked like the Thing. And I think he actually fought Power Man while in the suit. And then they run into Galactus again, and Galactus senses that he's not the same thing that they used to be, and he shoots him with some kind of beams. And then, like an issue later, all of a sudden he's back to being the Thing, but he's a little bit bigger and a little bit stronger than he used to be.
I gotta help you.
Yeah.
I wonder.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like they always kind of had like a weird relationship with Galactus like that.
Yeah.
Like at some point, they kind of just respect each other. I gotta say, one thing I noticed that I love is like anytime he moves or like claps or anything, you just hear like the rocks and stuff.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought that was great.
That's cool.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I
That's a
could
nice
see
little-
that getting a little bit annoying. To be
Yeah,
honest, though. Like in
but it works for me.
yeah.
Yeah. And like for me, the Thing's whole thing is the brow.
Yeah,
You get that right, and you got the whole guy right.
It's great. Yeah, it's pretty close to the Jack Kirby design.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I love it.
I think Stan Lee would be proud. I mean, from what they look good.
Yeah.
That'll.
Yeah, I think that's
All right.
That's about it.
Tell us if you guys are excited for the new Fantastic Four movie coming out in July.
Bye.
Nice.
Bye.
Goodbye.